Hey guys, it's Dr. Nick Tedder again, Georgia's premier upper cervical specialist. Coming to you guys today to talk about blood pressure. With upper cervical care and chiropractic care, we have got some groundbreaking news for you. Some research on blood pressure and upper cervical care, a natural alternative form to reducing blood pressure back to where your body needs it to be. Studies were just published in the Journal of Hypertension, Human Hypertension. It wasn't just published, I apologize. Back in 2007 was our initial study, and it's an ongoing study that continues to go on. But the reality is, guys, is that blood pressure has become a household name. I mean, if I was to ask everybody watching this video right now, if you were somebody you know is on a blood pressure medication or a cholesterol medication, I would venture to say that 99% of you are going to say yes. It is very unique as a doctor in my clinic. I see thousands of patients every year, and it's very rare that I find somebody who's not on blood pressure problems. Typically, blood pressure pills. It's usually a child, but the reality is that 50,000 plus people die every year of heart disease. Of heart attacks, blood pressure related heart attacks. 1 in 3 people have blood pressure problems, and if you actually look at the science, we have this thing called the study of the 5 out of 6, that 5 out of 6 Americans are dying of or will die of cancer and heart disease. And that's very sad to me as a clinician, because I understand that the human body is designed to be well. It's a scientific truth, a principle, that your body's self-healing, is self-regulating, and is not to be dying of these diseases. So when you're talking about a statistic like that, the reality is most of us think that it's not going to be me, and the reality is it is you. 5 out of 6 of you. So you need to learn what it's going to take for your body not just to manage a disease. So if you're out there and you're on a blood pressure pill or you're on a cholesterol pill, and you're not really asking the questions, or your doctors aren't asking the questions of why it's that way, because it's not genetic either. Genetics have no role in the fact of heart disease and blood pressure. But the reality is if you are suffering from these conditions and you want a new alternative, you want to get off the drugs, if you want to get off the blood pressure pills and look for a solution to get you well, check this out. The study said this, right here, Journal of Human Hypertension, that upper cervical care, the Atlas misalignment, found people who got upper cervical care had the same effect. It lowered blood pressure the same as 2 high blood pressure pills together. And so Dr. George Bacris was the medical doctor who was in on the study, leading the study out of Chicago the medical school in Chicago. What he also said, there was no adverse side effects of the blood pressure as far as the upper cervical goes. There was no adverse problems or adverse reactions. Well, if you guys are on a medication, when you pull your medication out and you look at the bottle, there's 10, 20, 30, 40 different reactions that can happen from a blood pressure pill. Anything from fatigue to headaches to joint swelling. I mean, you name it. Some of them are even death. So the reality is, if you're taking a medication, your body is growing sick and diseased, and the medication is not making you healthier. It's just prolonging death. And so I want to encourage you guys to look for alternative solutions, and upper cervical could be your answer. It is very common in my clinic. A high percentage, 80-90% of people on blood pressure pills are able to get off these pills because they are regulating their nerve system and their brainstem areas. So now I want to encourage you too that not all chiropractors are trained in this type of work. This study was done by a doctor who practices an upper cervical specialty called NUCA. NUCA is a very highly specialized technique. We do a technique very similar to that called knee chest, where we are specific in the brainstem and the upper cervical area. Chiropractors do not get that in their general training. It is a postgraduate type of certification that you'd have to go to. So if you go to a chiropractor, if it's not me, then call my office. Let's find out, make sure those guys are legit, or gals. Give me a call. If you're in the area, though, here, Gwinnett County, Hamilton Mill, Beaufort, Dacula, Lawrenceville, Winder, Brazelton, Beaufort, Gainesville, the Gwinnett County surrounding areas, or anywhere in Georgia perhaps, give us a call. We'd love to check you out and take care of you and see if the brainstem area or the upper cervical area is causing your your blood pressure. So go to my website, www.getwellgeorgia.com. Again, that is www.getwellgeorgia.com. What I also like to do is send you some information. Call my office or fill out the information on the webpage. I'd like to send you a documentary on upper cervical care and how that's changing the lives of Americans across the country with high blood pressure. Again, that's a documentary that was made by one of our patients out in our California office. They spent millions of dollars trying to get this thing out. Matter of fact, they're doing a part 2 where they're spending quadruple the millions. So we want to get this out because most people have never heard of upper cervical specific care, and however, after you figure out what it is, we definitely want to get you well. So go to my website and find out more, getwellgeorgia.com.